1,
2,
3,
4.
5.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Parker, and today I will be giving my demonstrative speech. If you were to ask any softball player what the best feeling of the game was, what do you think most would say? Some may say a sense of teamwork or dedication, while others might say winning a close game. Most players would agree that getting a significant hit is the most satisfying feeling involving the game. Whether it is a single, double, triple, or a home run, the accomplishment is very fulfilling. Getting a hit in a softball game is not an easy chore. Many steps must be practiced and perfected. The key components of a softball swing are broken down into 4 main categories for instructional purposes. Those 4 categories are your stance, position of your hands, your starting momentum, and your follow-through. Your stance is your beginning factor. When you approach the plate, your body needs to be relaxed and balanced. Your feet should be no wider than shoulder width apart, with your body perpendicular to the plate and your front shoulder facing the pitcher. Some players, like myself, prefer what is called an open stance. That is when your front foot is farther away from the plate than this back foot. An open stance allows for better timing and better optimum plate coverage. It also allows for better eye contact with the ball because it allows a view from both of your eyes. The second step involving a swing is the position of your hands. When holding your bat, your left hand should be placed on the bottom of the softball bat with your right hand on top. Vice versa if for left-handers. The top hand delivers the power from the rest of the body, and the bottom hand describes the action, leading the bat into the swing. Once your hands are in the right spot on the bat, you want to focus on your grip. When gripping the bat, your knuckles should be aligned, applying pressure with only your fingers and not your palms. You want to make sure that your grip is not too tight though. After your grip is adjusted, you want to make sure that your hands are placed even with that back shoulder and your elbow is at a slight angle. You don't want that angle too high or too low because that could result in bad contact with the ball. After the placement of your hands are properly aligned, the next step to consider is your starting momentum. The swing begins with your legs and hips. You start by shifting your weight to your back foot. When the pitcher begins to release the ball, you will begin what they call a load up. That is when your arms move back, preparing to use the power of your body for contact. Then the back knee will begin to bend in and your hips will start to rotate. During the beginning movement of your legs and hips, it is vital that your head and your eyes remain level. Pulling your head will result in a complete miss of your swing, and that is something no one wants to do when the game is a close call. As your knob begins to move to the ball, it is crucial that your arms are creating an L shape and that your bat head is not falling below your hands. Dropping your hands leads to an unlevel swing called dipping. Dipping will result in a short pop out to either the infield or the shallow outfield. With considering your momentum, it is also important to pick out the perfect pitch. The strike zone for softball can range anywhere from the batter's knees to their armpit. Anything lower can result in a ground out to the infield or a complete miss of the ball. Anything higher will result in a high fly that can easily be caught or will result in a swing and miss. You also want to allow the ball to hit in the sweet spot of your bat. The sweet spot is right in the middle of the bat. Anything hit on the top of your bat or the bottom of your barrel will result in a ball that will barely go anywhere, commonly known as a dead ball. The final factor to consider when learning how to swing a softball bat is the follow-through. What most people don't realize is the swing does not end when the bat comes in contact with the softball. After contact, the batter should allow their wrists to extend and their hands to roll over. A follow-through allows you to accelerate as hard as you can so your maximum velocity is at the point of contact. A lack of a follow-through implies that the batter is not putting as much power on the ball as she could be. Softball is a sport that requires practice and determination. I hope that this demonstration of your stance, position of your hands, your starting momentum, and your follow-through helps you so that you're able to apply these steps during a game. It is important to practice these steps so that you're able to adequately provide points for your team. Those points can determine who wins the game when the score is tied, or points applied to your score when you're down by 1. I hope you enjoyed this speech, and I hope you learned how to properly swing a softball bat. Thank you for listening.
1,
2,
3,
4,
5.